January is School Board Appreciation Month. Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools would like to thank all members of the WSFCS School Board for the time and energy they share while serving such a vital role in our community. School board meetings are just a small part of the time this dedicated group spends leading the advancement of public education in our community. The job of governing a large school district is enormous, and it is a task these individuals do not take lightly. It just so happens this month also marks the start of this current board's second year of service. Here's a peek into their thoughts on why their role comes with massive responsibility.
The responsibilities are huge, but the honor is even greater, and it just gets better and better. The great part about this board is serving together. I feel like we make great decisions together. I don't feel like I'm on an island with decision making and responsibilities. I think we are a team, we are gelling, and we are in fact a master board. We have finished that training. So I am just thrilled to be here. And if we just keep in mind what's best for kids, then we should be able to work together.
In my personal opinion, serving on a Board of Education is the most important elected capacity that any person can serve in, because the reality is, at the end of the day, the education of young people is the most important thing that we can do as a society to make sure that we have what we need for the future, and that the future population, our future citizens, are equipped with what they need in order to be prosperous and to flourish when they become adults.
What I've learned is that we all may have different perspectives. My perspectives may be different from other school board members' perspectives. So what you have to do is just kind of learn that art of working with other people who may see things different. And you have to understand that even though we may have a different perspective on things, I know that every one of my board peers have a heart for all of the children and all of the staff.
I went through the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. I graduated from R.J. Reynolds High School. My mother taught in the school system. My son went through the school system, and I taught for 19 years in the school system. I think it helps me because I can see all sides of the entire system. I can see it from a student point of view. I can see it from a parent point of view. I can see it from a staff point of view. And I think all of those have input into how our system should run and some of the things we should be doing.
One of the biggest responsibilities I've ever had in my life. I take it very seriously. It weighs on me oftentimes. It keeps me up at night sometimes, but I'm passionate and proud to be able to do it. It's good to hear all the voices, but at the end of the day, you have to make the decision that you can sleep with at night, and ultimately everything will work out.
Whenever you are responsible for children, that comes with a huge amount of responsibility. As far as serving with this board and dealing with that responsibility, it's been fantastic. I think we have people who are really engaged and who take that responsibility seriously. When you're trying to be the best you can educationally for students and also be an optimal place that people want to work, there's a lot of things that have to be considered.
I am a retired teacher, and I was the instructional facilitator at the Career Center. So I'm just trying to bring that experience into this journey. It's about the impact. When you realize that you are having such a good impact on such a large number of students and teachers and families, it's quite rewarding. Well, I just consider this an honor and a great challenge, probably one of the best experiences of my life.
Well, the responsibility is to make our district, I feel, to make our district a better district for all. I think it's been a great benefit for me because I have a lot of prior knowledge, a lot of background in dealing with issues that have come up before the school board, whether we're talking about the code of conduct, we're currently talking about the school bells, we're talking calendar, Title IX, allotments, all those things I'm very familiar with by being in this school district and being in the roles I served. I've learned how to be a better listener, to have patience before I speak, to make sure I've taken in all consideration before I begin to voice my opinion.
It's interesting because we have a board that's 5 and 4. It's a very close as far as the parties are concerned. You've got to have that meshing of the two together and working together with each other, instead of either party or either group seeing, being in opposition to each other. So far, I think we've worked pretty well together. There are some issues on which we disagree and we're never going to agree, but there are a lot more issues on which we agree often, if not almost all the time. And we're going to continue to agree, and that is that kids should be first, children's first.
We appreciate you all. We know that, this is not a full-time job, but I think it becomes that. So I know with all your preparation and everything else. So we do appreciate you and coming here, making hard decisions, and always keeping our kids first in your decisions.